Good morning, class. This is Doc Arellano with Professor Marlon to handle our accounting for non-accountants today. So we will be dealing with these topics, but for a simple recap, of course, we have already those lessons before in terms of the three organization forms of business organizations that you have. Now we will be having your types of business operations. So when we are talking of business operations, we will be relating it to these types of activities that we have considering these business operations, okay? So for number one, of course, when we have types of business organization, we have this one that we call service activity. So this is a type of company which will provide intangible products or services to customers. So we call it service activity. Okay, this is, of course, you can relate by those different establishments that you have in the environment. Right? Michelle, Marie, you can relate. Pag sinabing service activity and business, of course, they are providing services in exchange of a fee or in exchange of remuneration, compensation that will be paid for whatever services been rendered. Okay, and having this operation cycle of service companies goes with, you have the cash in hand, then of course you have to pay employees and other, say, people around the manpower who are involved in this type of business activity. Of course, why? Because they have performed services. And then of course, in return, they will be receiving payments from whatever services been rendered. So this is tantamount to saying that what had been given to you from our slides now is the operation cycle of service companies. So you can even relate to simple in the environment, in the community where you are living right now, when they are rendering services in exchange of whatever payment that will be made, that will be given, that is to be categorized or classified as service activities or service business, service firm, service companies. Okay? For example, there is such thing as beauty parlor. See? For example, Michelle, beauty parlor or beauty uh, center that will be rendering services, beauty services to be performed by the people around or people who will be paid by Michelle in exchange of the cash that will be paid to them for the services, beauty services that they have rendered. Assuming, for example, that Jumere Esther Rojas will be establishing a certain business of her own, rendering, for example, accounting firm, because he would like to operate an accounting office. So whatever accounting services that will be rendered, then they will be given or they will be paid in terms of compensation, remunerations, because they have rendered accounting services to the different clients that they will have in the near future. For example, because Jumere Rojas has an accounting firm as the type of service business company that he would like to have in the near future, for instance. Okay, so get it from those very simple examples falling under or to be categorized under service activities, meaning you won't ever forget anymore. One thing if you are dealing with or you are relating your services to the customers or giving services to the customers. Okay, next slide. So that will be, of course, we have service, merchandising, and our manufacturing. Those are the three types to give you a simple view of the different types of business operations. So next slide now is our merchandising company. So to differentiate your merchandising company from our service companies, it's quite a little bit easier. Remember that when we have merchandising companies, we have to sell tangible products, retail or wholesale, okay? And then the very term that we need to remember in terms of merchandising firms, merchandising companies, companies can be slashed, by the way, my dear BSBA students, can synonymously be used for, say, for example, business entities, business enterprise, business, okay. So merchandising firms can be, this type of business operation can be identified simply because they involve themselves in the very main what activity of, that is, guess what, buying and selling. Once you have these very terms in line with your merchandising, yes, it is to be categorized as one. Okay, so the simple operation cycle of merchandising companies goes with, generally speaking, cash on hand can be gathered from, of course, you have to buy the goods, store the goods as inventory. That is selling now your inventory. And then, of course, when you are selling it out, you'll be receiving those payments from the customers. And that is the very simple explanation of merchandising companies, the operation cycle, how it goes with. One way of saying that, when we are having merchandising companies, we are dealing with the buying, for example, of what? Raw materials to produce a certain product. And then, this is more of merchandising. So we need to buy finished product and selling it out as finished product without any process. But it goes with, when you buy the goods, you purchase the goods, then you have to make it as part of your stocks as your inventory. So the very term inventory means stocks of goods for sale. And then selling it out will be your fourth slide, which is selling the inventory now. And then the last one will be, you have to receive payments from the customers because you have sell it out. Selling out your goods will mean receiving payments. So that is the very concept of our merchandising type of business operation. Can you now easily relate to it? How to distinguish, how to differentiate your service from merchandising companies. From service companies, it's more of the services. This time that we are handling merchandising, we are dealing with the tangible products. So when you say tangible products, first thing to enter into your minds are seen, which can be touched, and then it can be sold out. Can be sold out. What way? It can be retail or wholesale. So can you have simple idea? Guess what is the distinction between retail and wholesale? Precisely, my dear BSBA students can relate. When you say retail, that will be buying goods in small scale. And then say, for example, selling it out by small volume. Pwedeng pa-isa-isa, pa-dalawa-dalawa, and so on and so forth. But when you say wholesale, precisely, everyone can relate that it is more on big volume of bigger quantity of goods for sale will be involved because you are now on wholesaling methods. That's it. So very common terms which you need to remember regarding our merchandising companies. So the third one that will be shown now coming from our slides will be our manufacturing companies. Okay. Since you have your merchant or rather service company, the merchandising, definitely the third one to be shown by Professor Marlon is our manufacturing companies. So when you say manufacturing, you need to remember, okay, that you have, yes, this is it, producing the physical goods that they sell to wholesalers, retailers, or customers. Okay, meaning to say that you need to come up with this raw materials muna. For example, you are dealing with the production of shoes, Marikina Shoe Factory, for instance. So that is considered as manufacturing company. Why? Physical goods. In our example, those are Marikina shoes. And then the purpose of which is to sell it out to the wholesalers, retailers, or customers. Get the point? But the process of production will be there. Meaning they have to, say for instance, buy first the different raw materials that will be used to create finished products. And in our example, they are shoes because Marikina Shoes Factory is the given example. Okay, and then after producing those shoes, that will be selling it out now to wholesalers, whether they are in big volume, whether they are in retailers, or when you say customers, they will be using it individually for personal consumption. Okay, so herewith now is the operation cycle of manufacturing companies. Okay, so of course, cash in hand will be coming from the payments of the inputs that I am saying a while ago, inclusive of your materials, labor, overhead, in order to produce a certain product in mind. Okay, then the next one, after buying all these materials, having the applications of labors, overhead, whatever is necessary for you to produce the product, that will be conversion now. Converts input into finished products. Isn't it? So can you now relate easily that after buying all those raw materials, after the applications of labor overhead, whether it will be processed and come up with finished products. Okay? Then these finished products will be stored. Stores finished products as inventory. Definitely. Isn't it? Meaning after the production of these finished products, will come up with this inventory na. Meron tayong stores or warehouses to have these finished goods as part of the inventories. Okay? Then when you have your inventories, I said, inventory is a term, it's an accounting term, which is to be related to stocks of goods for sale. It can probably be considered as stocks of goods for sale at the very beginning of the accounting operation, the business operation. Then it can also be inventory, merchandise inventory at the end, meaning at the end of an accounting process, of an accounting period, the accountant, the bookkeepers will see to it that they have to account for the physical inventory of their goods unsold because it is already at the end of the accounting period to be reported to our books of accounts. So this is now our slides pertaining to stores finished goods as inventory. Then selling it out. Okay. Of course, when you are selling it out, it can possibly having some what? Guess me what? Of course, selling the inventory will produce cash, precisely, but there are some instances wherein if no cash involved, there can be possible accounts for it. Okay. The process now is, look at that, Very easy to relate. Yes, having this inventory sold out, that is the time, the last part of our cycle to receive payments from customers. So this is how it goes with a manufacturing company. Any question? Probably everyone can easily understand the very process of our manufacturing. So here it comes now. Okay, so to sum it up, these are the three operations that we have recently been given per slides of Professor Marlon. So it goes with, we need now to have, say, pinpoint what are the advantages ba of our service and as well as the disadvantages. So this is more of the comparative features of our three business operations as have been given now on our slides: service, merchandising, and manufacturing. Okay, so under the service, some of the advantages will be absence of inventory. So that you cannot store, you cannot have it as stored service. There's no such thing as inventory in terms of services, isn't it? No production facilities. Why? Because it is a service activity. And disadvantages of our service operation is inability to standardize services. It will be too difficult for a service activity business operation to have the standardized services, because from time to time, plenty or will be handling those services, and if ever, it will be really difficult to have the standardized services. Okay, maintaining human capital, isn't it? Because you are now dealing with the service activities. Again, it will be a little bit difficult to have the maintenance of human capital. Meaning, yes, I have been handling before service activity types of businesses, and it really took me so hard to maintain human capital because from time to time, there are plenty of applicants. There are, say for example, frequent turnover of this human labor or manpower can be related to maintaining human capital then. Okay? Then we have, next is merchandising. Because under merchandising, it's really an advantage. Why? The products can be seen, visible products, less conversion time and effort. See? You need not focus much time. You need not have to exert more efforts because you need not go into the process of producing the products. It's mainly buying it as a finished product, selling it out as a finished product, primarily for profit, isn't it? So there is a lesser time to be consumed in a merchandising firm, right? And then the advantages can be part of managing the inventory. Again, it is sometimes of handling these inventories, because if you don't have the effective control of the inventories, then it will be a disadvantage because inventories can be will be handled with strict control, because from time to time there are changes of the stocks of goods to be sold out, which is part of our inventory. So there is a need for an efficient management of the inventory, and it will be a disadvantage if we are handling a merchandising firm. All right? So the last one, of course, is manufacturing, wherein we can also have advantages because we can see the products. It's visible products. Okay? Quality control. Okay, because manufacturing firm precisely are those companies involved in the production of these um, items, which need to have different departments to have and to assess the best quality for their clients. So they need to have an office. They need to have a department who will be in charge, which will be in charge to the process of looking after the quality of their products. So we call it quality control office in a certain manufacturing firm. Those are very, very necessary in the process of creating finished products for sale to the clients, to the customers, to the public, whether it is wholesaler or retailer, they need to have quality control. Okay, so to have or to maintain a quality control department, wherein a quality control engineer, for example, will be handling those things that will be falling or to assess, to rest assured that the quality of their products to be sold out later, which is the very essence or the very source of their income, of their profit, of their, say, cash, incoming of cash, is really with proper control in terms of quality. One way of saying, if possible, there must be best quality with the minimum cost involved. There are some other instances wherein they need to observe, let's say, have those policies under the quality control department. Okay? And in terms of disadvantages in a manufacturing firm, number one, generally needs production facilities. Siyempre, they need to have more investment, meaning it is expected that when you are dealing with a manufacturing firm, manufacturing companies, or manufacturing business establishments, there is a necessity to have more capital because you need to provide or to purchase production facilities. For example, different machineries that will be handling the production of your products. Okay? There is high conversion cost. Yes, high conversion cost in terms of your investment. You cannot easily have an ROI. When you say high conversion cost, that is, of course, can be part of the return on investment, meaning the conversion of these costs that will be incurred, expenses that will be applied in the production of your items will be having certain higher level to convert it, I say, visualize what are the effects in terms of cash investments. Okay, then the next one is cost of quality control. Yes, it is really an additional or to be considered lot of expenses to be incurred in terms of quality control because you need to maintain a department, an office. Of course, it will be headed by a quality control engineer. And then the manpower within that department will be handling all focus, attention will be given to the quality of the products that they will be selling it out to the public. Okay, so the cost involved is really a little bit higher, and that is a disadvantage comparing to our service and manufacture, or rather service and merchandising, which doesn't have this more on the quality control. Yes, because they are already with finished products. Not like our manufacturing, wherein one of these process in the manufacture, in the production of items will be your quality control department. Okay? Then managing of inventory will also be part of the disadvantages the purchasing offices so that they can be handling the PO, the purchase orders, so that the inventory will be aligned with what are the necessary stocks of goods to be handled or to be maintained in order to have a smooth flow of these sales in the near future. So it will be depending upon the different departments involved in the manufacturing firm for you to manage the inventory. Okay? Because from time to time, stocks of goods will be, say for example, very saleable in great demand, a bigger volume of quantity in terms of the goods of sold is at stake. So again, this is part of the managing inventory, which must be given focus and considered as one of the disadvantages in handling manufacturing business operations. Did you get it clear, class? So having those slides is exposing now to you, or you are exposed now, dear BSBA students, with the advantages and disadvantages of the three types of business operations. A way of saying that near future, you won't ever be confused of which particular business operations ba will I have in the near future. Sabi, because as business, as BSBA students, all are imbibing what? Siyempre, ano kayo? Lahat kayo mayroong entrepreneurial spirits wherein a business of your own. Okay? So you can already identify which one will I have. Is it more of a service, merchandising and manufacturing? Why? Simply because we have already gathered inputs and clearer view of how to differentiate one from the other. Tantamount to saying that it will be of help to you, my dear BSBA students, on how to make the right decision in the near future. Salit? So nice that you have these slides. Next topics will be, of course, you have the different business types after the forms. Of course, you have the forms. After this, business operations. What else will be the topics? So another way of having it for a retentive way of learning is, of course, to relate it to the different business establishments you have in the environment. We have discussed the three types of business activities and the three forms of business activities before, which is single proprietorship, what else? Partnership and merchandising. Those are the forms of business organizations. The lessons for today is the three types of business activities, which are, to summarize them all, service, merchandising, and manufacturing with the different features, advantages, and disadvantages.